Y'all see me? I'm wearing a whole turtleneck today. What is up, Slay Bays? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be testing out some hot new products from foundation, concealer, powder, blush, bronzer, highlight, the whole shebang. I hope you're ready for it. It's gonna be a pretty awesome video if you ask me. If you guys like videos like this, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Like, subscribe, it's free. Click that button, and while you're at it, click that little bell so that way YouTube will notify you when I upload. With that, if you want to see how I got this monochromatic look where the eyes match the lips and the cheeks, then keep on watching. So to start, I already primed my eyelids with a little bit of my P. Louise Base 2. Now I'm gonna go in with this eyeshadow palette right here. This is by Too Faced. This is their Palm Springs Dreams eyeshadow palette. I recently got this in PR and I was like, wow, the colors on this are stunning, beautiful, everything and more. We have some warm tones, some neutral shades, and some really fun pops of color. I'm not gonna play around with the color today. Sorry to inform you. I do have to take some campaign images today and I don't really want to walk around with like blue, yellow, purple on my eyes. So the first shade I'm going to take is a shade right here called Cabana Time. I'm going to take that in my crease as my transitional shade. Well, not so much in my crease. I'm going to take it right above my crease and directly underneath my brow bone. Then after that, I'm gonna pick up this shade right here called She's Lit. It's a really beautiful peachy tone shade, and I'm gonna use this as my transitional color. I haven't used Too Faced eyeshadows in so long. I will say going on, they are very creamy and blendable, very much pigmented, which I am all about. I'm just gonna dust a little bit of this in my crease. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. Just a little bit. After applying my transitional shade, I'm going to take the shade called Saucy and Bossy. I'm going to take it on an M441 by Morphe, and I'm going to really just focus this right here in my crease just to kind of neutralize that peach a little bit. Just softly intensifying it and really just building it up, because we do want this to be a little bit more smoky. At least that's what I have envisioned in my mind. Oftentimes whenever I sit down to film these videos, I never know what I'm gonna do in the process. I kind of look at the palette and I have a vision, but I never really know exactly where things are going. Sometimes they're a little bit more natural, or sometimes they're just way too dramatic, you know? So there's that. So after taking that shade called Saucy and Bossy, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of Cabana Time on a flat brush, and I'm just gonna put this on my brow bone to kind of bring the shadow down a little bit. Oftentimes I notice I'll take my shadow way too high, and that's how things start to look very dramatic. So I wanna bring it down to create more of a subtle effect. Just a little trick. If you bring your shadow too high, go in with like a bone colored shadow and then just kind of bring it down a little bit. Now I do want to add a little bit of brown to this look just to kind of neutralize the peach that's going on. So I'm going to take the shade called Rum Tiki, and I'm going to start taking it right here on the outer V and all over the lid. This is going to neutralize that peach we have going on and bring a little bit more brown into the look. Ever since I got the Hola Chola collection, I've been wearing matte looks on repeat. Like, I feel like they look very effortless, very just like everyday. I've really been trying to get down like my everyday makeup routine, because I get really caught in the moment of trying to do these really dramatic looks that aren't practical for every day. And I feel like going in with like matte shadows and like a cat eye wing is very pretty, effortless, soft, and just absolutely stunning for a day-to-day look. I think that's looking really pretty. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of Rum Tiki on more of a fluffy brush just to really like pack it on this eye and take it into the crease a little bit. Oh, I wish I had like a little bit more of a deeper brown. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix Rum Tiki in with BYOB, which to my knowledge is bring your own beer.
BYOB? Brought the party! All right!
And I'm gonna take just a hint of that, just a little dab, and I'm lightly going to add it right here in the outer V. I don't wanna add too much of this because I don't wanna turn this into a full-blown smoky eye. I just wanna add a little bit to create some dimension. Then with an M507, I'm just gonna lightly take a mixture between BYOB and Rum Tiki and just kind of go like this in a small circular motion, just to kind of like round out the eye a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush and just diffuse. Okay, moving on. I definitely want to go in with some wing eyeliner. I've been obsessed with this one by Colourpop. This is the liquid liner in the shade Lola from the Hola Chola collection. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create an intense cat eye wing, but I want my wing liner to be very, very thin in the very inner corner, then gradually get thicker. So now that I have my liner on, I'm just gonna take some black eyeshadow, any black eyeshadow you guys have at home. I'm just using the black in my Tati Beauty palette, and I'm running this over the eyeliner just so that way it's nice and mattified. I don't really love like a super shiny eyeliner, so that's why I do this step. You can definitely just go in with a matte liquid eyeliner of your choice, but I do like this one from Colourpop. It doesn't smudge or anything like that. I just don't like the fact that it's shiny. Alright, so now that I have my liner nice and mattified, I am going to go in with some false lashes. I'm going to use these here by Kiss. These are the Lash Couture Foam Mink collection in this style right here. What really drew me to these were the very inner corner, how they're very, very short and then they kind of flare out. I really have been looking for an everyday lash from the drugstore, and when I came across these, I was like, okay, I'm going to give these a go. I also love how full and fluttery they are from the side. I feel like that is a selling point for me. If they look fluffy from the side, I am all about it. I don't like lashes that are very, very plastic looking and very thin. I like them to have a nice fluff to them. So I'm gonna pop on these and then I'll be right back.
A few inches later.
All right, you guys, so my lashes are on. As you can see, they look really, really pretty. I have not blended my lashes in with the falsies. I'm actually gonna start working on my base before I get into that. I will be applying this by Marc Jacobs. This is Bobbi Brown, girl. Bobbi Brown. This is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. And I am gonna take a little bit of this to act as my primer and moisturizer all in one. I've really been loving this since I tried it out. One of you actually recommended it to me when I did my full face testing your Holy Grail makeup splurges, and I'm so glad I went out and picked this up because it moisturizes my skin like no other, and it also is just a really, really nice base before you actually go in with your primers and your foundation. For my actual face primer, I'm gonna use this by e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer. I did just hear from you guys that this restocked on Ulta's website, which made me so happy because I stopped using it for a little bit because you guys let me know that it was sold out everywhere, but it is now back in stock. I will have it as the first link listed under the products I used in this video down below in the description because I really want you guys to check it out, and I know a lot of you have really been wanting to get your hands on it. I'm just going to press this in the areas where I want my makeup to really stick. This to me is kind of like a glue for your skin. Really, when you lay anything on top of it, your makeup is not going to smudge or budge. It is not going anywhere. It is that good. Okay, let's move on to color corrector. Y'all know how I feel about a good color corrector. I can't do my makeup without it. This is not new. Well, it's new for fall, but you guys have seen me use this in my videos so much recently. I'm gonna take some of this right underneath my eye. This is more of a peach tone. And then I'm gonna go in with the darker peach, just a little bit. Really, you do not need a lot of dark peach because a little bit goes a very, very long way. Then with a damp sponge, I'm going to buff and blend it out like so. I'm also going to take this peach color corrector and cover up these blemishes I have here. As you can see, they definitely lean a little purple, a little blue, so I do like to cover that area up with a peach or salmon colored color corrector. And just a little bit on my upper lip because your girl
got a mustache.
Did I ever tell you guys about the story in elementary school where I really liked this boy and he didn't like me back because I had a mustache? Well, honey, I'm a whole fiance now, so your loss. Right, so I think this is coming out really, really well. Like, I'm looking at my face over here in my side mirror and my face literally looks like pink, but we're gonna fix that. We're gonna cover it up. I do have a new product here. Well, it's not new, it's new to me. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. I picked up the shade 40WY Hope. I hope it's not too dark. And I also hope it's not too light. So, you know what? I think we're money, honey. I really love the packaging of this. Super, super cute. Look at that. Comes with a full pump and it comes with 1 fluid ounce. So pretty standard for foundation. I'm going to pump some out. I'm not going to swatch it on my face or anything. I'm just going to go all in because this is the only shade I have to test out in today's video. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the foundation with my sponge. And I'm just going to go to town and really start blending it out. Wow, the coverage is beautiful. It smells like alcohol, like heavy alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, but it's all right. Wow, that is beautiful on the skin. I'm very curious to know whether or not this oxidizes, so I'm just gonna put it on and then I'm gonna wait maybe about 5, 6, 7 minutes and let you guys know if I feel like it oxidized at all. But so far, so good. I really love the color. I love the coverage. Look at me, go me. I never find my perfect shade on the first try, like ever. So I waited maybe about 5 minutes so far and I don't feel like it's oxidized all that much at all. So I'm gonna continue on, do about 2 to 3 more pumps on my hand and start working on this side right here. So far so good. I am really liking the coverage and color of this foundation. It looks very lightweight on my skin. It feels lightweight. It doesn't look heavy whatsoever. And it really covered up all of my blemishes, which I am really, really happy about. Again, the shade I chose is 40WY. I do have the coordinating concealer for this foundation. This is the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. I chose the shade 30NN. For some reason, I cannot speak today. I'm gonna take a little bit of this. Ooh, the wand looks very interesting. Okay, oh, it kind of like hugs my under eye area. Wow, that is gorgeous. I'm only gonna take a little bit of this concealer and blend it out because I'm not entirely sure what the coverage is gonna be like. Oh my God, it's beautiful. I'm gonna use whatever is left on my sponge to take it down at my forehead, my cupid bow, and my chin. Because sometimes I feel like when I take concealer directly onto those areas, I just have way too much product on my face. So it's nice to kind of go in with your sponge and just brighten things up. To set my under eyes, I am going to use this right here by Urban Decay. This is the Ultimate Brush Off Set and Go powder. I don't really love like the brush off part of it. I'm not sure if I told you guys that, but I do really love the powder. So I'm going to take my sponge, dip it into the powder and use this to set underneath my eyes and set that concealer like down and in place. And you really just don't need a lot of this, just a little bit to set it so that way it doesn't crease and you are money, honey. That is a very soft and fine powder. I love it. I do like to bring it down a little bit further. So like right here on my cheek. And I'm also going to take a little bit of this powder on my cupid bow, down the bridge of my nose and my forehead as well. I do have another powder by Urban Decay. This here is a brand new product. This is the Stay Naked The Fix Powder Foundation. And while it is a powder foundation, I do want to put it directly over top of my foundation to set it down and in place. So I really am going for a full coverage base. You can definitely wear this on its own over top of primer, but today I'm going to put it over the foundation. I do kind of want to read the back a little bit because it does claim to do a lot of things. It says it is a microfine powder, transforms skin with seamless Flawless Instant Full Coverage, breathable, real skin, matte finish, does not transfer, stays true to color, water resistant, sweat resistant, vegan formula. Whoa. That's a lot of stuff. I did choose a shade right here, 40NN. I really love the packaging, super sleek and chic. I'm gonna take a little bit of this on a brush. It also comes with a sponge here, but I am going to apply it with a brush. I'm gonna just dab it in, tap off, and then just lightly press it on the areas that I want a little bit more coverage. Actually, I'm gonna go in with a sponge because that's how you're supposed to apply it. Gotta follow the rules, boo. I definitely feel like when I go in with my setting spray, that will like really help things out and really melt these powders down, because I do see like a line of demarcation like right here where I put that under eye powder, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. So I definitely need to go in with some setting spray to melt everything down. Another product that Urban Decay came out with is the Stay Naked Threesome. It is a blush, bronzer, and highlight trio, which is awesome. This definitely reminds me of the other products they have like this in their line. I'm not entirely sure if those were discontinued, but I am gonna bronze with this, and I really love this peachy tone shade. By the way, this does come in 2 different shades. I have the shade called Rise, which is that really pretty peachy tone. I'm gonna just take a little bit here and use it to bronze. Whoa, that is very, very pigmented. Oh my God, did I apply too much? Honey, help, send help.
A few moments later.
So you should know a little goes a very long way. So lightly dab your brush into the product and nothing more. Wow, that definitely blended beautifully. I am gonna go in with a little bit of the blush, that peach. I am getting a little bit of kickback in the pan, but it's okay. Just gonna pop some of this on. Damn, that's pigmented. Wowzers, that is so pigmented. Okay, I'm gonna take that brush that I used to put the powder foundation on, and I'm just gonna try to blend some of it away, because honey, I got a little carried away. Just a little. Okay, super, super pretty. What I'm going to do is I am gonna spray my face with a little bit of Fix Plus just to kind of melt everything down. I always get carried away. Bitch, it looks like I sprayed way too much. I need a fan. So I did zoom you guys out a little bit just because I am going to be going in with highlighter. I will be using the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics loose highlighter in the shade Bomb. I told you guys that I would use this in my next video because I didn't get around to using it the first time. I do have an ABH A23 to apply it. I'm just going to dip my brush into the loose highlight and then swirl it around in the cap just so that way I don't apply too much all at once. And I'm just going to pop it right here on the apples of my cheeks. And I am going in with just a little bit at a time because I don't want to go in with too much product all at once. Super pretty. And then whatever is left on my brush, I'm just going to put it right here on my temple. Do you see how gorgeous the loose highlight is? Like, I'm so obsessed. I'm also going to take some on the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. So far so good. I am gonna go in with the shade called Rum Tiki, this one right here, and I'm gonna push this closest to my lash line to really smoke things out. Then I'm gonna layer over top a little bit of this right here called Saucy and Bossy. Then with a little blending brush, I'm just gonna kind of smoke out the edges and really create more of a soft and diffused look. Then I'm taking a little bit of BYOB on a flat definer brush, and I'm really just smudging it closest to my lash line, just to create some extra definition. So there's one thing I completely forgot to do, and that's to go in with a little bit of the Luminous Powder by Jaclyn Cosmetics. I do really love this. So I'm gonna use this brush right here by Smashbox. This is the Precise Blush. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that powder, just like a tad, swirl it in the cap, and then just brush this right underneath my eye and then into the highlight a little, just to give me more of like a luminous glow. This look definitely calls for mascara, so I'm gonna use this guy right here. This is the Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara by Wonder Beauty. I'm gonna use this to blend my lashes in with the falsies, and I'm also gonna take a little bit on my lower lashes as well. This next part, completely optional, but I love to go in with a nude liner whenever I'm doing like a neutral smoky eye. This here is by LA Girl. It's in the shade Super Bright, and trust me, it is super bright. I'm gonna take this in my waterline to really just open up the eyes and brighten things up. You can definitely see the difference between this eye and this eye. Like, look how stunning. I'm just gonna pop on a little bit of brow gel. I like to comb my brows upwards for more of like a PC brow effect. So I'm just gonna take this one by CoverGirl and just brush them upwards like that. So right now I'm just gonna wipe away all of my lip balm, and I'm gonna go in with lip liner. LA Girl lip liners definitely have to be my all-time favorite. I have two shades here. I have Bare, and then I also have Sugar and Spice. I'm gonna use a little bit of Sugar and Spice, and I'm gonna line my lips with this, fill them in a little bit, and then we're gonna top it off with a lipstick. Since I filled my lips in completely, this stuff is definitely optional, but I'm gonna go in with this lipstick right here. It's by the brand Mented, and the shade I'm using is Pretty in Pink. I really love the packaging of this. Like, look how freaking cute, right? Very soft matte. This is what the lipstick looks like. Very cute. I'm gonna take this directly over top of the lip liner. All right, Slay Bae, so this right here is the final and completed look. What do you guys think of it? Let me know down below in the comments. I definitely feel like this is like a monochromatic vibe where the eyes match the lips and the cheeks. Love it, love it. I feel like this is gonna be a perfect look if you want something a little bit more like than your everyday look, but not too over the top. So if you guys want to see more videos just like this, let me know by giving this video a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like, what are you waiting for? Press that subscribe button, and while you're at it, click that little bell so that way YouTube will notify you when I upload. I love you. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.